Alright, g'day everyone. So now I'm going to test my bias T and remote preamp board there. So I've got the little Nano VNA, as you can see, it is connected, but there's no signals. It is a good termination though, because I'm going through a 30 dB attenuator. I can't just shove in the signal of the Nano VNA through the amplifier and then back through the bias T and then into the Nano VNA again. That's not going to work. So you do need a little bit of attenuation to measure. Now that's 30 dB of attenuation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up the power bank that's supplying everything, because I didn't want to kind of risk it against the mains. So I'm going to press this button here and things are going to happen. I did have an issue powering. There you go. So there we go. Now if you see the gain, 21, so that's about 10 dB over yeah, the attenuator. So I know it's got about 10 dB again. Now in a second this light's going to come on, 20 seconds, and there you go. Now look at this gain, -78. So that's a bit of a drop. What's happened is it's unpowered the amplifier, and also there's a little diode here. Yeah, so that diode is responsible for some of the gain, well, some of the attenuation. It turned back on again because it is cycling. So there you go. It is working. Oh, actually, I probably should just show you what happens on the voltage of the this thing, right? Because this is bias T fed, because this is going to be way up and whoop whoop. So we'll put the terminals there, probes, unpowered, and in a second, when this light turns on, oh, hang on. Yeah, it's done the thing. This power bank turned off because it's not drawing enough current. All right, just reset it. There we go. Yep. So yeah, that's why that actually dropped off. But yeah, even still, so it's 4.96 volts or something there on the little bias T, which is also how the signal comes back. This is the antenna terminal. The ones I got my probes on are the coax feed back to the main SDR. Now the light comes on, power turns off, and now we've got the voltage dropping away. There's a little bit of a capacitor there for smoothing and stuff. So this should work. Now when that light goes out again, it's probably going to trip out the yeah, if the power bank stays on. It may not. There it goes, and now the power's back on. So yeah, that works. I was a little bit worried about using this Mosfet because that is an RF 4905, probably clone, eBay from like 20 years ago. But that there is supposed to be a 80 amp Mosfet, something like that. And this thing draws like 10 milliamps. I was a little bit worried about the threshold voltage, but nope, it's fine. It's fine. And yeah, just putting using the Arduino there, one goes 5, one's negative, 0. So we're either biasing this diode on or off, and that's my switch, but it also does kill power to the amplifier. I would be able to measure the pass through this, but the issue is that there is 5 volts here when this is on. Actually, no, there's not. I can just pull this. So what I'll do now is I'll hook up the Nano VNA, and I should be able to get a pass, pass reading on it. All right, give me a second. All right, so here's the bias T in its unpowered state. It has -50 dB of attenuation. That's not too bad. Yeah, I don't have the probes attached, but yeah, there is nothing across that diode. So what I'll do now, I'll plug her in and we'll see what type of pass band we get. So we'll plug her in now, and if I could flip the USB up the right way. There we go. This is the pass band. So -1.7 dB loss. Remember, there is a 40 or 50 megahertz low pass there. So that is actually in circuit. Probably should show you there's just 5 volts across that diode. Just using the Arduino pins. Oh, -5 volts now because it just switched. So yeah, this is reverse bias now. So yeah, it's pretty similar to how it was off. It's interesting. I thought usually reverse bias gives you a little bit more attenuation, but 50 dB down, that's not too bad. Just wait for it to switch again. There you go, it just switched. And back up at 1.7 dB loss. What I might do is I'll expand the sweep just to have a look at the higher band response. So we go not calibrate, we go back, recall. All right, I'm going to use the buttons. Recall, I think it's 5. Yeah, I might. You shouldn't really change the stimulus when you're without recalibrating, but this will do. I'll do like 200 megahertz or so. And I'll also show star 21. There you go, it's on. So you can see the passband from 1 megahertz down to 200. So I've got a lot of attenuation. I want a lot of attenuation on the FM broadcast. There's also, remember, this is not in circuit at the moment. There's a filter right here too in the antenna preamp board. So that's the first filter. And I've got another filter in the bias T. So there should be not a lot of energy. All right, we'll have a look. You saw the passband before on HF. This is with it off. With it on, you can see the filter passband kind of kicking in there. So yeah, negative 1 dB down on like HF. 1.5 dB on 1 HF, but yeah, the filter will take out FM broadcast, which is what I don't want in there either. So it's working fine. Rightio, I can go install this. Catch us all later. VK4 Delta Lima.